is that the road is in this blue color, blue and purple color. So then you could know what the road should look like. And other than that, there's a very, very important you guys need to keep in mind is when we are checking and fixing the road, if the road is wrong, it will be very, very obvious. If the road is not wrong, like this, then you don't need to check very detailed because, as you can see, when the road is correct, it's very good, right? Even though there is a little bit error, that is 3 pixels, 3 to 5 pixels, this is okay. All right, so when the road is good, you will notice that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's perfect. The road result is already perfect. So in this case, right, if we give a task and the road is already good, like this, then there's nothing you need to worry about. So you don't need to check very slowly, check every detail. You can turn off the filling and check it very quickly. See, the road result is already good. Then in this case, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to waste your time, examine everything like this very specifically. All right, and if you see a wrong road, then you will notice very quickly. So you don't need to look for the error. All right, again, the error will come to you. So that is something I want you guys to keep this in mind before you start. So while we start, for newbies especially, we need to know the color and each category and where this category should be and what it looks like on the image. Okay, so for the driveway, sidewalk, road, pavement, everything, including inside parking, that's something we want everyone to memorize. And when I see, for example, when I see this task, I could immediately know, okay, the building, driveway, the sidewalk, and on this side, this driveway, sidewalk, they are all matched on the image. So the pink is sidewalk, the yellow is driveway. So you could immediately know this is very obvious and very matched. It's matched properly. So you could quickly understand this task has no big error. No, it has no big error. Then we can quickly submit this task. So this task, there's nothing for me to fix. Right? There's nothing for me to fix. And then we can do a topology check, fix one of the topology error like this. Like this, then it's all good. So let's submit. So let's get into another task. So this task is a residential area. So this task is more complicated. And in this task, I want to give you guys a timer. All right. Let's see how much time I need for this task. So so let's start. So for this task, as I have said, when the road is correct, then it's all perfect. We don't need to look for the error. The error will come to us. So as I have checked all this road, right? So they are matched on the boundary perfectly. If there's a wrong road, then it will come to me very obviously. So I'm turning on the filling for this image, and as we can see, all the sidewalks, they're connected. There's no missing sidewalk, right? So the road, they are matched with the boundary of the BOC perfectly, and including this median inside. So at here, we can see, okay, so there is a missed median. This is a big arrow. So you see, this big arrow will come to us, and then we can merge this to the other feature, neighbor feature together. And then check the boundary on each side and including on the median side. So this is all perfect, right? This is all very good. And the sidewalks, they are connected. There are no missing. So as for this, it's very beautiful. Let's continue. For this part, right, we have already checked basically. And all the sidewalk, they're all good. There's no big missing. There's no driveway missing. So you see, this road boundary. The system result is almost perfect. So if there's one big arrow like I just did, it will be very, very obvious. And that is what we need to fix. All right, so you guys need to understand, especially newbies. All right, you need to understand. This shape already looks good. This match on the image. So there is a pattern for everything. Like the sidewalk is supposed to be like this. If you see a piece of sidewalk missing in between of two pieces, then you will know, okay, so there is a big error, and we need to make it capture the missing sidewalk. So as you can see, this task, I checked all the road, and I only fixed one part for this median, and everything is already very good. So as for now, we spend like what? We spent like 2 minutes, right? We spent 2 minutes while I am giving you guys introduction. So this task is done. And then let's continue, and we can let's include the time of fixing the topology error. So there is some like misfill. So let's fill whatever is next to it. Let's fill in this driveway. Then it's all good now. So let's do topology check again. So this is gone, and I can submit. So now I spent, around 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes on dense urban residential area task like this. Okay, so now I get another new task. We can do the timer together and check how much time I need for this task. So let's start. So once again, right? So first, let's check the road. So you can turn off the filling and check, right? So this is already good. This is already good. So if the road is good, then, this road actually is not good. So as you can see, this is very clear that it's not on the BOC. The BOCs are here. So this is a huge arrow. This is a huge arrow, and we want to fix that. All right, this is the arrow we want to fix. And as you can see, when fixing this issue, it's not a very hard job. Try again. Sorry. So there's the sidewalk has a part is wrong. So I need to do it again. So this is something we want to fix, all right? This road boundary, when it's wrong, then it's all wrong. When it's correct, then it's basically all correct. So this is what we will see in this pattern of the task. Yeah, and also I'm going to fix the software, so it will be easier to fix something like this. Like this. All right. So this part, one more to fix is right here. When you are not sure, then you can use the cut tool and then do the merge. Okay, now this side is correct, and for this side is good. All right, so this piece of the road is fixed, and at here I can still see an arrow, which is here, right? So this boundary of the road is not very good. And we can do overwrite to get off that driveway. So this side looks okay. This side looks okay. Then let's continue. Right, this road that doesn't have a BOC, so this boundary looks pretty good. And continue below. Right, this is all matched pretty well. Right, and on this side, we can see the road boundary match on the image pretty well, and there's no BOC, so this is an acceptable result. And then we notice that there is no very obvious sidewalk, so we can basically take the system result as correct, right? Because there's no very obvious sidewalk, so we can accept the system result, right? This is a pretty rural area, right? It's not very urban, but not very residential. And for here, right, we have a missed parking. So in this case, we just need to select the parking, and then change this to parking like this. Right, this is good enough. And then we can notice that on this side there's no big arrow, and the other thing is looks reasonable. Then that's good enough. Then I'll do a topology check and fix the topology arrow. Like this. Okay, merge for the kickback, overlap. Use the override tool to get off the overlap. Again, use the override tool. And again. So for the overlap, make sure we use the override tool to fix it. It's pretty quickly. And then like this. And one more arrow. So now it should be, this should be good. So now this is good. Let's see. So this is a pretty difficult task, right? We need to fix a long road. And for this difficult task, we spent 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So right now, on average, I did like 4 minutes on 2 tasks. On average, it's 4 minutes to 2 tasks. And for this task, let's do the timer again. All right, let's see. So let's turn off the filling and check the road boundary like this. Right, so the driveway looks reasonable, then we can ignore. And as I have said, if the road boundary is correct, then we can assume everything is correct. And if there's one thing wrong, it will be very obvious. All right, so like this, right? This is very obvious wrong. You can notice that when we turn off the filling. And this side, these two sides now we can see, right? It matched very well on the boundary. Nothing to fix. And for the part that is under the shadow, we can totally ignore. All right, and this median in the middle is also captured very well. And this part is a grass, and we can also ignore that. All right, we don't need to change category for that. And for this part, this is all good. Yeah, this is all good. So we fixed up one piece of the road, and then check here again to see. You see, so this when the AI result is doing a good job, then the whole area will be very good, right? So the whole area will be very well. So you don't need to zoom in to every corner, every detail to check very slowly. You just like me, zoom out like this and do a very quick check. And for error like this, it's around like, so if we notice it, then we can fix that. Okay, if you notice it, we can fix that. And now this is all good, right? So as we can see, this is all matched very well. So then, lastly, we check for some big arrow, for example, like this. So this big arrow we can pretty easy to fix like this. This is a big arrow, so we can just merge it or merge it to the parking like this. Merge it to the parking. Shoot. So just merge them, merge everything together into the parking. Okay, So now this is basically fixed. And let's do topology check. One overlap. So use the building to do the overwrite. And then let's do topology check again. And there's a missing fielding. Let's do the topology check. So if this gives you error, then just delete and refill it. All right, use the filling tool to refill this area, so it will be easier. So now this is done. Now I can submit. So 10 minutes, right? So even for a big dense area like this, big dense building task like this, we spend less than 3 minutes and a half to finish it, including fixing the topology errors. So the error for each task is very obvious and very minimum. We only need to look for and fix those errors that pop up into our eye. So we don't need to look for the error. Again, the error will come to us. All right, so just like this. So this task, I already assume it's already good because it's not dense and there's no obvious BOC. So this task, as you can see, right, is this boundary of the load. It's already pretty good. So I assume it's good enough. So I'll just do a quick check to make sure there's no big obvious error that come to my eye. So now this task is done fixed. It's done checking. This is done checking. So very quickly, very easy, obvious task. And this sidewalk, right? They are all connected. There's no missing sidewalk, and there's nothing wrong with the sidewalk. So now this task is also done. You see? So this is a very easy and quick work. I don't want you guys to get it too complicated. Just make sure you follow this standard and fix the obvious error of the load, and make sure the inside parking is properly captured. The task I'm doing right now, there's no inside parking, but when you see, all right, you only do the inside parking when you see there's a parking line on the road, and that is the only part of the inside parking you need to do. If there's no parking line, you didn't see the parking line, even though there are cars, seems like parked along the road, you can also ignore that. All right, you can also ignore that. So we only capture the inside parking with parking lines on the road. Remember, we only do that with the inside parking on the road. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so it's no error enough. Okay, one more task. All right, one more task. So this task is a pretty typical standard residential area. Same thing, right? So another trick is before I zoom in to check the road, I will, when I download the task, I will quickly check if there is a big pavement that is wrong. And then I will take a quick look before I zoom in. So by doing this, I can get the pavement, I can fix the big error for pavement and parking. All right, like for example, I quickly check if there's a big pavement, there's none, right? There's nothing like that. Then we can zoom in and start checking the road. So then we don't need to check them again. So when you give a task like this, when there are many trees, then we need to be a little bit more careful because the trees blocked road or sidewalk could have some error, and that is what where the AI tends to make mistakes. But luckily, this task I'm getting, there's nothing wrong, right? There's nothing wrong. So, but for here, right, this is a part of the AI is doing wrong, and which is very obvious. So this sidewalk is totally missed. This piece of the sidewalk is totally missed. So in this case, So what I will do, I will cut this part out. Cut this part out. And then I will do a cut from here as well. So then I cut from the road, of the building, so I can know where is the BOC and where should I follow.
Screen. We cannot see your screen.
So that's from here. Okay, so now this part is cut out. So then I will do fixing for the sidewalk one by one. And this is also sidewalk. So the sidewalk, we don't need to make sure this is accurate or anything like that. And for the sidewalk intersection, when you make it up, you can also ignore. All right? So change it. You can also use this, right? You can also use this to change the category. There's no sidewalk. Okay, I will ask the engineer to add it. Okay, sidewalk. So copy and paste when it overlaps with the driveway. So again, I think this should be the road. Yep. It's a pretty big arrow. Let's fix that. And for here, and we mark this as driveway. And for here, we mark this as a sidewalk, so it's overlap. And we also cut this part out and mark this as a driveway. So this is a big arrow, and it tends to be honest, it tends to be very minimal in our overall task. Only those area with the trees, with many trees blocked. And for this kind of task, we may need a little bit longer time to fix. And other than that, as you can see, when it comes to the area with less tree blocked and the pattern of the road and the sidewalk are clear and obvious, then the AI doesn't make any mistake anymore. All right. So now this part and one more arrow at here is at here. So this is a pretty real situation. All right, and then we can merge this sidewalk together like this. And for this sidewalk, this driveway,
excuse me, sir.
we can use the cut tool and delete it. And for here, we can use the sidewalk to fill in. All right, just like this. And then this task is done. Yeah, this part is basically okay. Okay, so now this task is done, and we take a little bit longer time on this task because the AI obviously made a mistake and failed to predict the correct road boundary in some area. But we can definitely fix this by using the proper tool. And we will also update the tool on the repair so everyone can do it easier.
Sir Paul? Excuse me, Sir Paul?
So now this is everything I want to share with you guys. I spent around 5 minutes on this task. And for an easier task, I only need like 3 to 4 minutes. Even less than 1 minute for some rural tasks. So overall, I believe this is pretty easy and a quick job. I just want everyone to understand the requirement, the standard, and and how and the proper tool that needs to be used to fix the error. So
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
yes, sorry.
Other people can see your screen earlier.
Is everyone? None of you can see, or someone can see. None of you can see.
Someone can see.
Okay. Did someone record the screen share? Did someone record the screen share?
Yes, sir. So guys, okay lang yan ha. Okay lang yan. Manood na lang kayo ng record mamaya. Okay lang yan. Wag na kayo masyadong maingay dyan.
Okay, thank you. So, managers, please share the screen share, and it's actually pretty easy and easy work. I was editing. One of the tasks I was editing the most is this one. All right, so I just want to remind you guys, this tree block area, they are pretty. They could have some error, and we need to fix it. Other than that, we just follow the system results. The error will come to you. So if you didn't see my screen, then please watch the record. It's I try to speed up, so it won't be too much for you guys to watch, and I believe it's enough for you to learn and to adapt to this project. Okay. Next time, if you cannot see my screen, please just open your mic and let me know. All right. So if you type it here, I couldn't see it. Right. I was operating on my screen. I'm sorry for that. So please watch the screen record, and we can get started.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir, for the presentation.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Merci.